Okay, guys, do you know why I keep making videos of criticizing the Pokemon Let's Go? Because I actually care about Pokemon, unlike you guys, unlike the Poketubers, who will hype up this game because of Meltan. Meltan's easily one of the worst Pokemon designs in history. I don't care what you guys say. Meltan's easily one of the most boring and most dumbest Pokemon ever. And now I'll probably get nightmares of the pluses that they'll probably make. How can you make that a freaking plus? Okay? It's one of the most freakiest Pokemon ever made. And you thought Bayonet was freaking freaky. At least not as freaky as Jinx. Jinx is, of course, the OG freaky Pokemon that no one wants. Pokemon Let's Go is a sitting on the original games. It's kind of like another series called Star Wars, the sequel trilogy, or Paper Mario. I can compare Pokemon Let's Go to those two properties. Star Wars. Star Wars is a story about a galaxy far, far away, about a hero named Luke who saved the world, who's basically saved the galaxy from Darth Vader. That's the extremely short summary of Star Wars. But then it was a simple story that everyone can understand, everybody can like. Pokemon. It was a simple story about a kid who caught monsters, who fought with other monsters, and basically went for 8 gems to beat the Elite Four and also beat Team Rocket along the way and basically save the world from them. But now we have Pokemon Let's Go, and of course we have a friendly rival, because Nintendo must make sure kids do not cry because the rival is not nice to them. This is the problem with this whole nice stuff. People want everything to be nice. You need to your rival is not supposed to be nice to you. That's why Gary and Sasuke are perfect rivals in Vegeta, because they're basically the opposite of the main character. They're always trying to get ahead of the main character, not trying to give you items to succeed. They're supposed to be not be your friend. They're supposed to be your rival. Nintendo does not know what a rival is anymore, because they're kind of clueless now. They are clueless of what Pokemon fans really want. Pokemon fans want an MMO or a open world Pokemon game. We don't want no Pokemon Let's Go garbage. No one does. Pokemon Let's Go also has really horrible pre-orders. I know people say, oh, still doing okay on VG Charts, but we were at the same week. Pokemon Sun and Moon had around 100,000 pre-orders. Pokemon Let's Go has 50k. That's 50k pre-orders. Nearly half of copies of Pokemon Let's Go compared to Pokemon Sun and Moon. And no, Meltan probably won't make it the same as Pokemon Let's Go as Pokemon Sun and Moon. Remember villains? Villains have also gone downhill as well. Ever since Pokemon Gen 5 was the last really good villains, where we had Team Plasma, and of course we had Team Galactic in Gen 4, where the leaders had actual motives that people can understand. Gets this one to free all the Pokemon, and of course Team Plasma, no, not Team Plasma, Team Galactic and Cyrus, he wanted to basically recreate the world and make it its own. But then we have these generic evil teams in Pokemon Sun and Moon, like Team Skull. All they want to do is just do bad stuff and vandalize stuff. They're just street thugs. They're not real villains. And then we have Team Flower, which is basically just a poor man's version of Team Rocket. And then we have Pokemon Let's Go. I guess Team Rocket's returning. They'll probably be generic and not be like the original OG Team Rocket that we all know from the show. And there's nothing important about Meltan. People are saying all these secret war-like channels like Noggin, and of course Poketubers. And Noggin's basically a Poketuber at this point. And of course they're all saying how interesting this Pokemon is. There's nothing interesting about a bad Pokemon. Meltan is easily Nintendo's worst Pokemon besides Jinx, Unknown, which is also part of Meltan, and of course freaking Bruxus. Easily one of Nintendo's worst designs ever. Bruxus is freaking a drag queen as a fist. But I'll go over the top 10 worst Pokemon designs in a later video, because I made one a long time ago. But now that list needs to be updated. Of course I'll make a list of the best designs, because of course we need it, and I'll probably make those videos back to back. And there's even people thinking it's the last Pokemon. Really? that freaking thing that looks like Ditto or a freaking hex on it, Meltan's easily the laziest Pokemon, hands down. And I don't want to talk about this thing anymore, because there's really nothing new about Meltan that I can talk about. It's just a useless Pokemon that I probably would never use, like Fiona. But then we're going back to Pokemon Let's Go. Easily, quite possibly, might be the worst Pokemon games. They're trying to basically change it to Pokemon Go. Pokemon has gone south ever since Pokemon Go. Pokemon Go, I played it for a few days and it was just bad. Pokemon Go was nothing like the Catch Mewtwo trailer. If you're a real Pokemon fan, you remember the Catch Mewtwo trailer and you'll be excited for Pokemon Go because it would be basically just what I've been always dreaming for. Walking around in grass and kind of fighting Pokemon in real life. But no, we have to just basically, they introduced a stupid thing called CP. It basically ruined Pokemon. Because now Pokemon Let's Go Eevee and Pikachu have CP. Nobody likes CP. It's stupid and boring. It's basically a crappy substitute for the EXP system, which is sort of used in Pokemon Go, and maybe people will have stayed playing it. And maybe you could have introduced more Pokemon overall, over a long time, what they finally started doing. Like, I just kind of find this, Pokemon Let's Go is easily, people are saying they're just disappointed. I think Pokemon Let's Go is basically the problem with Nintendo currently. Because there's one franchise I want to go back to. Paper Mario. I loved playing Paper Mario the 1000-Year Door, and yes, even Super Paper Mario. But then once Paper Mario Second Style came out, it went all downhill. Another Mario-related franchise that also has suffered the same pace. This is the problem when you try to innovate Nintendo. You do the wrong innovations. You always do it the wrong way. Basically, Paper Mario, you remove the story and return to a generic Mario game. Mario Party is basically a board game of mini-games, where you had the correct styles. Very simple and unique formula. Very simple formula. But no, they had to bring a stupid cow in and basically ruin Mario Party as well. Pokemon seems to be going down the same path as those two franchises. I stopped buying Mario Party games after Mario Party Island Tour for the 3DS. And I of course bought Mario Party at Top 100 so I can replay my favorite mini-games. But then we had Pokemon Let's Go. Pokemon Let's Go seems to be following the same path as Sticker Style and Mario Party. They're introducing a new change that is skeptical of the community, but the community will still buy it. But then, like both games, it'll be considered a bad Pokemon game. Yes, it'll be the first main series game, Pokemon game, to officially be a bad game. And I'm not doing this because I hate Pokemon. I love Pokemon games. I liked Pokemon Black and White. I like Pokemon Diamond and Pearl, and especially Platinum, easily the best Pokemon game besides Ruby, Omega Ruby, and Alpha Sapphire. Pokemon Ruby Sapphire, and of course Pokemon Red, Blue, Yellow, Crystal, Gold, and Silver, and of course Pokemon Emerald and Ruby Sapphire, Fire Red, and recreated Pokemon Heart Gold and Soul Silver, and of course the remakes of Pokemon Ruby and Sapphire, and even Pokemon X and Y. Because Pokemon X and Y introduced Greninja, easily one of the greatest Pokemon ever made. Easily one of the most best designed Pokemon ever made. If you can try to argue me all you want, like, Greninja's easily one of the greatest Pokemon. He's probably my top 5 Pokemon. But Meltan won't be gaining no prizes anytime soon. Easily the worst Pokemon ever. Now once I go to the store and go past by the Pokemon section, I'll have to see this freaking Meltan every single time. I'll have to see its freaking freakiness every single time. And then we have and of course, I talk to death about how there's no wild battles. And there's no abilities, the only good thing Pokemon Let's Go does. The only good thing Pokemon Let's Go does is they don't have TMs and 8Ms. No, not TMs, 8Ms. 8Ms are easily the most useless thing in Pokemon. At least they finally removed those. But then we had the next worst part, the mini-games. People say the best part of Pokemon Stadium is the mini-games. No. It's fighting people with your Pokemon at Pokemon Stadium, not the freaking mini games. I'm sorry, take out off your nostalgia glasses and play the actual game instead of the mini games. I wish people would realize that instead of actually just playing it. But now we're adding minigames back to Pokemon Let's Go. The only other redeeming quality of Pokemon Let's Go is that your Pokemon follow you around. But our Pokedrones and Poketubers seriously willing to sacrifice wild battles, everything that Pokemon has been founded on, abilities, held items, thus so you can have your Pokemon follow you around. It would be different if it was a open world game, and they're trying to ditch the formula to make it open world, but this is not an open world Pokemon game we wanted. This is Pokemon Go for the freaking Nintendo Switch. I'm sorry I'm saying this, and you can go dislike this video all you want, Poketods, or Pokemon fans, or the toxic fan, or the retard fan base who still thinks that Pokemon Let's Go and Meltan are gonna be good things for Pokemon. No, they're not. Meltan's completely garbage Pokemon. It will be probably completely garbage, and I'll probably never use it, so I will never have, because I don't want to ever have to look at that thing. And then we have Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Pokemon Let's Go Eevee. I'm not buying these games. I'm not wasting $60 of my money on these fake Pokemon games. Pokemon Let's Go and Pokemon Let's Go Eevee and Pikachu are just waste of money. Pokemon Go is awful. Pokemon Let's Go is even worse. I'm just gonna go play Pokemon Omega Ruby Pokemon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire now. I don't even want to talk about these games anymore. That's basically a waste of time.